Good day, ma'am. I am Jada Bongkol from the ESED English 3 Section C. The literature that I choose titled The Man with the Hoe by Edwin Markham. In Marxist criticism, Edwin Markham's poem titled The Man with the Hoe is such a powerful poem that unveils the challenges of a laborer or a farmer that highlights in it. In addition, it challenges the society's treatment of those in a working class. The poem tells the distinctiveness of the farmer or proletariat as powerless, and to those who are powerful or bourgeoisie, focus on the farmer struggled and unfairly treated. Markham asks readers to imagine that this is how God intended the world to be after reading about and seeing this man. He is aware that this is untrue, but he still thinks that his purchased poetry would raise awareness of how people who back the upper classes are treated. The Man with the Hoe tells about a farmer who is forced to work hard in the field without enough time to take a rest before he back to the field. This is how it relates to the Karl Marx theory of Marxism, who reject the capitalist system. The proletariat situation is extremely sad since they are compelled to work long hours and have little time for rest, while capitalists are the only ones who benefit from the harvest of their labor. As per the poem, the affluent individuals referred to as masters are portrayed as avaricious and capricious individuals who takes the advantage of farmers without offering them any compensation. The fact that the farmer directly or indirectly is often be exploited by a ruler who more powerful. In addition, that phenomenon is described through powerless image of farmer holds the hoe as lower class who works to a cruel master. The poem started the word bout is not only shows the farmer who's hoeing the field, but it is also symbolizes the obedience of the farmer to all the instructions of the master. Therefore, the first stanza mainly the farmer working for the longest time and felt so weary without enough time to take rest themselves. The line, and in his back the burden of the world, shows that the farmer had burden in his work that must be done. The stanza expresses the loss of hope of a farmer, and think that it's his fate to do only submissions to all of the instructions of his ruler. There are questions that allows the reader think. Who is person to let this farmer be treated badly? Who is this person that made him look so older from always hoeing this field? And who is person that appears the farmer as a full man to blow out the light of hope? The second stanza imparted the idea of the terrible condition of this world, the expectation of God's creation that has equality, good treatments, and only happiness to be felt without pain and hurdles. Thus, the scenario is very opposite than we imagine. How terrible! The master's demand that seems cruel and sets up very well is such a dangerous for the farmer to represent the lower class workers around the world. Focus on the third stanza. It questions the differences between the farmer and the ruler as a higher class. The two words are mentioned Plato and Pleiades. Plato is a classical Greek philosopher and contributes to education and knowledge, while Pleiades are the seven daughters of Atlas, turned into a group of stars in Greek mythology, which represents the astronomy. The connection is that the farmer does not have any chance to learn knowledge, neither philosophy nor astronomy. In addition, farmer treated badly and forced to work throughout his life. Experience plundered and disinherited, which he only protests to God as the judge of the world. Moreover, in the fourth stanza, the speaker asks questions to all in a higher class where he called masters. The questions that might realize them to put everything in a shape and fix all of their mistakes, of how they can rebuild the dreams and hopes of the farmers that had been destroyed by them. Finally, in the last stanza, the speaker's ire at the owners who mistreated the farmers is made abundantly evident in this stanza. Here, the speaker expresses hope that the farmer who stands in for the worker will have the courage to rebel after remaining mute for generations. This verse's central query is, are you ready to answer for your actions with God as your masters in the future? To conclude, the man that mentioned in the title of the poem represents to all people belongs in a lower class who experience degradation and exploitation of those in a higher class of the society. Edwin Markham conveys his message for the farmers or proletariat to rebel and stand their own and fight their rights as human. Also to change the treatment of the rulers to the laborers because we live in the same world and breathe with the same air. Whether we have a different positions in social classes, it doesn't mean to mistreat others by means to prove you are higher than them. So next, in biographical criticism, in The Man with the Hoe, Markham conveys the themes of labor, equal rights, and good treatment, and for awareness both farmer and to the ruler or high class position. This marks the question of what will be the gain of those in a higher class position when they continue treating their laborer badly. Will that make them satisfied when their farmers suffered? How will they face God in the time of judgment? Markham's poem wants to give everyone a light of insights and realizations to think first and have a reflections by their actions. Everything would be in a good condition if these rulers started to demand their laborers positively with respect and best to help them. Markham's poem was seen as a commentary on the plight of the working class and became an anthem for the American labor movement. Edwin Markham was known as the Dean of American Poetry, the laureate of labor, and, in his own words, the poet highwayman. Born in Oregon City on April 23, 1852, Markham grew up on a farm which provided him with the meaning of the images and themes that would appear in his poetry. His childhood was colored by an absent father and oppressive mother, Elizabeth Winchell Markham. Reportedly, Markham ran away when he was 15 years old in reaction to his mother's spitefulness and the limits she put on his education. He later claimed to have fallen in with a highwayman, with whom he lived a life of crime for several months before entering California College in 1868. Markham's personal life was marked by troubled relationships. He married Annie Cox in 1875, but the couple divorced in 1884. In 1887, Markham married Caroline Bailey, who left him after Markham's mother joined their household. His third marriage to Anna Catherine Murphy in 1898 proved more successful. Anna, a teacher, served as Markham's editor and collaborator and encouraged his work on The Man with the Hoe. And that's all. Thank you.